Oh, 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 oh! Dum 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 dum. Bada bum. Hi again, everybody, and welcome back to Drum Lessons with Mr. Rickman. Today I have a piece called Caribbean Sunset that we're going to learn. Caribbean Sunset, it is from the initial grade book, so this is meant to be super easy to understand and it won't take much work to get good at the whole thing. And if you want more challenge, try it faster. That's the trick. So, what do I need to tell you? There are 3 sections on the page. You can see a little A and a B and a C. Section A and C are very like each other. So once you know one, you don't have to relearn a whole different one. Section B is different, but very simple. This piece is in the Latin style. You can see the little word Latin just there. Remember, in music, when we talk about Latin, we aren't talking about ancient Romans and their language. We're talking about South American, Brazilian, samba style music. What else do you need to know? Dynamics in this piece are going to be quite important. It's a simple piece, so playing the loud bits loud and the soft bits soft makes a big difference. So make sure you recognise those. MF for medium loud, mezzo forte. When does that change? Section B, P for piano, meaning soft. Halfway through that line, MP for medium quiet, mezzo piano if you will. And then later on just more medium loud or loud. Okay? One more thing before we dive in. You may notice the ride cymbals look a little bit different to normal. Normally you would see a ride cymbal being just an X on through the top line. But here it's written as a little diamond shape. That is to tell us to play on the bell of the cymbal. So instead of, you'll be hearing, which is just hitting the middle bit of the cymbal. Apart from that, I think that's all we need to know. Let's dive in. So, bar number 1. We start with a bass drum and a cymbal, then a snare drum on its own, another bass and cymbal, and then a coffee, a pair of quavers on the high tom. Put that first bar all together and you get and how many bars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's like 11 bars in this piece which are pretty much just that. So let's get used to that first bar a few times round. Bong, snare, bong, tom tom. 1, 2, let's all do it. So right side, left hand, right side, left hand, left hand. Easy. As we move along the top line, the next bar is the same, but you use middle tom. The third bar is the same, but you use low tom. And the end of that line, very, very simple. Our rhythm at the end of the top line goes T, T, coffee, T, which is right side twice, and the coffee, T. Look at the end of the top line, the very far right side. What 2 drums are getting hit together? The snare and the low tom, of course. So, the final bar in the top line is bing, bing, coffee, tea. And that's the whole top line. We've learned that in like 1 minute, easy peasy. I will now do the whole top line from left to right. You'll see my left hand wandering the toms, and then the ending we've just learnt. Here's the top line. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Simple as that. Now, here's where you get extra value for money from all of your learning. The next line of A, the first, second, and third bars are identical. We only need to learn the ending. So, at the very end of the second line, again, a bit different. We're going T, 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 which is the right side, and then just a cymbal, and the same two drums we were using before. Bing, ting, baw, baw. Even easier than the top line. So let's put the whole second line together. The whole second line. 1, 2, 3, 4. High tom. Middle tom. Low tom. And that's section A. Really easy. So, if you want to pause the video now, rewind and go all the way through section A a couple of times, that now might be a good time to do that. Otherwise, we're going to move on to B next. Right down there. So, you may notice the rhythm here doesn't look very difficult. We have crotchets, loads of crotchets. T, 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 T. Again and again. The first 8 are on the bass drum only. The next 8, you add the low tom to the bass drum. 5, 6, 7, 8. Starting the next line down, you add a high tom to what you've already got. 5, 6, 7, 8. And to finish off, the second line of section B, which is down there, I think. We go tea, coffee, 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 and the whole final bar is a rest. So we'll be counting 4 empty beats at the end of that line. What happens just before the rest? Tea, coffee, 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 which is bass, high, middle, low. So, I think we're pretty much ready to put all of B together now. Remember your dynamics though. At the start of B, we have to play P for piano, so softly. When the low tom comes in, medium soft, so that's a little bit louder. Next line starts MF, medium loud, and the final bit, F. So you'll hopefully be building your volume all the way through this. Let's do section B all together. 1, 2, start softly, here we go. Low tom. 5, 6, 7, 8. High tom. 7, 8. Tea, coffee, coffee, coffee. Shh. 2, 3, 4. And that's section B complete. If you need to pause now and go over section B a few more times, please do. But I'm going to move on to section C. Why am I pointing there? Section C is down there somewhere. You can see it's got a C at the start of it. Okay, so we're back to job number 1, pretty much. Remember the top of the page where we were going... We're pretty much doing that again with one little change. Instead of, I'm going to come around here, I can't see where I'm pointing. Instead of going bing, snare, bing, high, high, we're going bing, ting, snare, bing, high, high. So beat number 2 here has become a coffee with a cymbal and a snare, not just a snare on its own. Let's take a second to get used to the first bar of C a few times. After that, the rest of section C will come together very easy. Here's the first bar of C, looped on its own a few times round. Just the first bar. 1, 2, 3, here we go. If you want to rewind that bit and do a few more of those, you are welcome. Otherwise, I'll move on. The next bar of C is the same thing but with middle tom. The next bar is the same thing but with low tom, just like at the top. And we end the first line of C with pretty much like the end of the top line, but we're not going right side, coffee, tea. We're going right side, both hands, coffee, tea. Let's do a few of just that bit, round and round a few times. Right side, both hands, coffee, tea. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Again. Right side, both hands. One more. Easy. Easy peasy. The last line, again, you get so much reward for your learning in this piece. The last line is the same as the one we've just done, kind of. High tom, but this time straight to low tom. So no middle tom in that little section. And the last half of the bottom line, our rhythm goes coffee, sh, coffee, sh, coffee, sh, tea, tea. Which is on snare, then high tom, then middle tom, rest, and then bass plus low, which sounds very final because it comes at the end. Okay. So, let's do all of section C in one go. I'll do it slowly and you can go over it by rewinding as many times as you need. Here's all of C slowly. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Last line. Shh. 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 Beautiful. Okay, so we've done all of the learning we need to do now. Now we move on to stage 2, which is the strengthening. I'm going to start putting the whole piece together now. If you want to do this, I recommend going over the first part of this lesson a few more times. Or move on if you're happy, but just be prepared for the next thing. The whole piece is meant to be at 115 beats per minute. I'm going to play it for you 3 times. First of all, dead slow, just for getting started. How fast shall I go? We'll go at about 60 beats per minute, which will sound like 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the speed we're going. Tea, 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 coffee. Here comes the whole song for you at 60 beats per minute. After 4, 1, 2, 3, section A. Section C. There it is, the whole thing at 60. Yeah. If that was super challenging for you, then rewind and do it a couple more times. Don't move on until you're fully strong with that. I'll now move on to speed number 2. I'll do 60, 115. That's a 55 gap, so if I add 25 on, 85, yeah, halfway between. Sorry for my maths there. So, speed number 2, here's the whole thing at 85. Make sure you're happy with the previous speed before you do this. Right, let me count you in, and then we're doing the whole lot. 85. 1, 2, 3, go! At 85. If that's not working for you, don't worry. Go back and do the slower speed a few more times. But when you're ready, here is the final stage, which is the whole lot at top speed, which is 115. Quite lively. 1, 2, 3. So we're going tea, 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 coffee, tea, 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 coffee. Quite lively this. Make sure you're ready for this before you try. After 4, we're doing the whole thing full speed. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. at 115. So maybe if you're super advanced, you did this whole video in one try from start to finish. You'd have to have a lot of experience for that. Maybe getting to the end of this video has taken you a week or 2 weeks, or maybe you're watching this video when I'm an old man and it's taken you 30 years to do it. Doesn't matter. Choose an amount to practice which isn't overwhelming, and get strong at it and enjoy it. You are not here to suffer, you are here to enjoy the bits that we're doing. Take your time with learning. Just because you get something right once doesn't mean it's time to move on. You need to get something right more than you have got it wrong before you're ready to move on. Get something reliable before you move on to the next stage of the job. And that has been Caribbean Sunset. I hope that's put you in a summery mood. It certainly has me. Thank you very, very much for watching and listening. Enjoy Caribbean Sunset, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.